From Glam Lab headquarters. Before we introduce you to the woman behind tonight's desk, we begin with a declaration from the Constitution of Planet Paradise. We declare, Planet Paradise is not merely a destination. It is a living world founded upon purpose, cultivated through excellence, and sustained by faithful stewardship. And those words are important, because when we say Planet Paradise, we are not simply naming the beautiful place you see around you. We are defining the world in which everything you are about to experience exists. Shop Glam Lab, Foxi Barbie TV, the Glam Lab channel, the Glam Lab News Observer, our publications, productions, fashion, media, resident ambassadors, divisions, destinations, and the stories that connect them. They don't merely happen at Planet Paradise. Together, they help make Planet Paradise alive. And the living world must have something beneath the glamour holding it together. For us, that begins with purpose. Purpose asks why we create before we concern ourselves with how beautiful the finished creation will be. It reminds us that the camera has a reason for rolling, the newsroom has a reason for reporting, the publication has a reason for documenting, the boutique has a reason for serving, and every division has a responsibility beyond simply being seen. Then comes excellence, not perfection, excellence. The commitment to keep developing the vision, refining the work, strengthening the systems.
Welcome to Glam News Observer, your premier insights and global trends. I'm Foxi Barbie, and I read the stories that define our world, your power and your story.
Giving every new chapter something stronger to stand upon. And finally,
Welcome to Glam News Observer, your
faithful stewardship, the understanding that what has been entrusted to our hands should be cared for, developed responsibly, and used with intention. That is the foundation beneath the world, and it's precisely why tonight's introduction begins here. Because before you understand the newsroom, before you understand the Glam Lab News Observer, and certainly before you understand the very foxy woman you're about to meet, you first have to understand the world she's reporting from. This is Planet Paradise. And now that we've established where we are, let's talk about what connects it all.
And what connects it all is something much deeper than a shared name, a color palette, or even a collection of brands. It is the understanding that Planet Paradise created as one living ecosystem, a world in which every part has a purpose, and every purpose contributes to something greater than itself, which brings us to our next declaration. We are more than an enterprise, more than a collection of brands.
And we're back. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Foxi Barbie TV. I'm Foxi Barbie, co-CEO of Shop Glam Lab, brand authority, media personality, resident insider, and depending on who you ask around here, possibly a little too good at finding out what's going on.
More than a media network, more than an international movement, more than a creative studio. Now that one tells you quite a bit about us, because it would be very easy to look at Planet Paradise from the outside and try to place it neatly into one little box. Is it fashion? Yes. Is it media? Certainly. Is it retail? Of course. Is it entertainment, publishing, storytelling, lifestyle, modeling, creative production and community? Yes, yes, and yes. But none of those descriptions alone are sufficient, because the intention was never to build a collection of disconnected things competing for attention.
But somebody has to keep the villa informed. You've already heard from Glam Lab HQ. You've gotten a glimpse into the foundation of the world we're building and some of the principles behind it. Now, I think it's only right that I properly introduce myself. Because if you're going to be spending time with us here on Fbtv, baby, we're going to be seeing a lot of each other. Here at Shop Glam Lab, my role lives at the intersection of brand, media, culture, and community. I help represent the personality of this brand, not just what Shop Glam Lab looks like, but what it sounds like, what it feels like, how we communicate, how we show up, and how the stories happening inside this world make their way to you. And there are a lot of stories. We have a fashion house, we have a boutique.
The intention was to build a world, and within that world, Shop Glam Lab can introduce you to the fashion SGL runways can bring that fashion to life. Our cameras can document what happened, our publications can preserve the story, Foxi Barbie TV can broadcast it, and the Glam Lab News Observer can tell you why everybody in the villa is suddenly talking about it, preferably before somebody at headquarters decides the information was supposed to remain confidential. We are still working on Foxy in that department.
We have SGL runways, we have resident ambassadors, we have productions, campaigns, editorials, photo shoots, meetings, events, villa life.
And this brings us naturally to another principle expressed within our Constitution: no division competes against another.
Business developments, behind-the-scenes moments, and an entire media network documenting what happens when all of those worlds collide. So yes, I stay busy.
Every production informs the next. That is not simply an ideal.
And apparently so does everybody else around here.
It describes how this world is designed to function. A photograph doesn't necessarily end when the shutter closes. That photograph may become part of an editorial.
The difference between what you see and what I see. Here's the thing. You might see the finished campaign. I want to show you what happened before it. You might see one of our Barbies walk the runway. I want to know who she is, what she represents, what happened backstage, who styled the look, what went into the production, and what happened 5 minutes before somebody yelled, "We're live!" You might see a beautiful editorial photograph. I'm interested in the story surrounding it.
The editorial may become part of a publication. The publication may become part of a broadcast. The broadcast may introduce an episode. And years later, that same material may return from the archives to help tell the story of how something began. Nothing meaningful has to exist only once, and no division needs to diminish another in order to matter. Each has its own responsibility, its own expertise, its own voice.
Because Shop Glam Lab has never just been about making something pretty. Pretty is fabulous, obviously.
When those voices work together, they create.
But there's always something happening underneath the glam. There's strategy, there's work, there's creativity, there are decisions being made.
Continuity.
There are people learning, there are personalities developing, there are ideas becoming real, and sometimes there are shenanigans.
That's why a runway production can eventually become news. Why a villa moment can become an editorial.
Foxy Barbie doesn't simply deliver information, she interprets the frequency of this place. She knows the brands, she knows the personalities, she knows the villa. She knows when something deserves a proper announcement.
Which brings me to what I actually do around here.
And she certainly knows when something smells like a glam scoop. Sometimes a little too quickly. But beneath the wit, the glamour, and that unmistakable foxy curiosity is something important: connection. Foxy helps connect what is happening inside the world to the people experiencing it with us. She can take a development from headquarters, a moment from the runway, an announcement from the boutique, a story from Paradise Island, or one very interesting piece of villa business, and bring it right here to you. So now you've been properly briefed.
Glam Lab News Observer is where we document the bigger picture, the developments, the milestones, the movements within the brand, the stories shaping Shop Glam Lab, Paradise Island, our media network.
You know that Planet Paradise is more than a destination.
Resident ambassadors, and the growing world around us. Think of it as your official window into what's happening throughout the Glam Lab. Some stories will be polished, some will be informative, some will take you behind the scenes, some will introduce you to people you haven't met yet, and some may have you sitting there saying, "Now wait a minute, when did that happen?" And then there's the Glam Scoop. Now, the Glam Lab News Observer gives you the story, but the Glam Scoop,
Its many institutions belong to one interconnected world. You understand that its divisions are designed to strengthen.
That's where Foxy gets to be Foxy. Because sometimes you don't need a press release, you need the scoop. Exactly.
You understand why documenting the life of that world matters.